Uh, Where is it in the note 4? I wonder if it's in here. Not that. This properties. Take all this out. There we go. All right. Well, that started to make noise, didn't it? And I didn't do anything, which is confusing. Try again. Audio. Whoa, there it is. So, this is Final Fantasy Record Keeper. It's an interesting game. I've been playing it a good portion of the day today. The objectivity of the game is that you are a person who is a keeper of the records of all things that is Final Fantasy. Yeah, I don't know how other ways of really wording it, but apparently the records are disappearing. And since the records are disappearing, chaos is ensuing in this world. So it's all of a sudden going to shit. Yeah. So, you, being the record keeper, are in charge of fixing it all. How do you fix it all? Well, you go ahead and replay the realms in the game. So in this case, this is Final Fantasy VII, right? So you go in and you replay scenes-ish, kind of. You kind of replay scenes in the game. That's how you could say it. For some reason, I think the audio is a little bit behind. I don't know why, but whatever. So you replay scenes from your favorite Final Fantasy games. Yeah, the sound is definitely behind. Let's try something here. See if I can get the sound to catch back up. Off? Back on. So here's Final Fantasy IV. Yeah, sounds caught up a little better. Alright, so it's really, really, really nostalgic when you really look at it. So a lot of the game is basically going to be relearning all the stories that you did. And while you go along in the stories, you unlock characters from each game. And there are even special pieces of equipment that you can actually get. And these pieces of equipment go together with each game from the previous games. So like, here I have Titus from Final Fantasy X. If I use Titus, he actually gets a boost when I play the game as Titus, kind of a thing. Whatever. Character profiles. You can even learn more about your favorite characters, like Kain, Raida, you know, and all that kind of stuff. So it's actually kind of cool. It's an interesting concept when you really when you think about it. You go back and you relive the game the way-ish, old school style. And what do I mean by old school? Well, let's go in and let's finish up this dungeon that I haven't done yet. Antlion's Den. So you go in, you get a little brief synopsis of the story. Choose your party. The highlighted equipment is stuff that goes along with the game. So the highlighted ones, these are all pieces of equipment that actually come from Final Fantasy IV. So you get a boost for using those gears. If you use a character from Final Fantasy IV, they also get a boost. So if you take a look at Kain up there, the second character, the Dragoon, he is glowing. So he gets a boost for playing inside of a game that's actually part of, which is kind of cool. Once again, forgive me, the game does not fit in the screen. It's vertical. That's all there is. Maybe I could come up with an overlay or something for it, but as of right now, this is what you're gonna get. So it's simple, basic ATB, Final Fantasy style. You go out and you attack. And you beat the crap out of things. And you can mash all day on this. So the game is free to download, but it has its little quirk, which is basically you can only play this game for a limited amount of time before your stamina runs out. So if you run out of stamina, you can purchase gems to up your stamina over again. Yeah, and that's how that works. You know, that's how most games like that do work nowadays. Free-to-play games, at least. You want to play more? You gotta pay more. Problem with that is you make money. Anyway, go through, mash the attack button a bunch of times. You can cast spells. But of course, for doing certain things in the game, you get actions. If you take a low amount of actions, you get 3 Chocobo awards. Damage taken, if you take a little damage, Chocobo awards. And it makes sure no one gets KO'd, you get Chocobo awards. And then it gives you a bonus XP and all that stuff. Each one has a rating, so there's champion rating, expert rating, and then normal, as in you did pretty shitty. I have yet to get pretty shitty. But as you can see, Kane gets a bonus because we're playing a Final Fantasy IV game, and he's in there. My Black Mage is leveled up. Yay! I mean, it's pretty simple, it's pretty straightforward. The problem is the nostalgia factor of it, and trying to unlock characters. Oh my god, just makes you want to just play and play and play and play and play. So, few things that the game offers is a relic rewards. So every single time you complete a storyline section, you get this little mithril orb crystal thingy. You collect 5 of them, and you can do a random unlock or a random treasure chest kind of thing, where it'll give you a 3-star and above weapon rarity type, which is actually pretty interesting. It's cool. It works. It does the job. In the sense that most of the time the drops that you get from the creatures and stuff that you fight are actually really, really shitty. So I have yet to find one that I actually liked, and I'm still early in the game. So yeah. So like the treasure chest, that's an item, either equipment or a weapon or an accessory whenever I get that. The little blue ball is orbs. That's what you can use to upgrade your abilities or even learn new abilities, depending on the type of orbs that you get. G, of course, is Gil, and in order to unlock or upgrade or do anything with your skills or abilities or weapons and armor, you need Gil to level them up. Guess what? Those run out. Alright, Kane is level 6. I got a Final Fantasy XII buckler. Yay. Of course, you can tell where the piece comes from based on its Final Fantasy Roman numeral. So, yay. I did make this stream XV, so it's 15. Sure, whatever. It's fine. Alright, then level 3. So as you can see, the stamina goes down the more I play into it. But other than that, it's actually not that bad. It's cool. It works. It does the job. Now, I will say, I don't know if it's my phone or not, or whatever, but this does take up a bit of resources. It really does. Oh, I hit a defend. It really does take up some resources on your phone. It's hardcore. Like, this... I'm on a Galaxy Note 4, and my phone jitters playing this. Which is... It just makes the game a little OP. Okay, so I got an orb. Cool. Every once in a while, the monsters will drop a potion that may or may not either heal or remove debilitating effects from your character, which is cool. I'll save that. So of course you can see on the bottom right hand corner there, that's your limit breaks, as I still refer to them as limit breaks from Final Fantasy VII. That's what they are, limit breaks. Fuck everyone else. Whatever the hell else you call them. It's a limit break. Yay! We finish this one off. Okay, anyway, so and then once you complete the first set of blue missions in a story set, you get a boss fight. It starts out the same way as a regular mission does, but at the end of it you get, of course, a much harder boss who is a complete pain in the ass. So, yay! I was thirsty. Alright, so let's have some fun with this. So they're gonna attack. Now, of course, I saved the limit breaks for the boss because, you know, that only makes sense. My black mage slapping things around is absolutely hilarious. Now you're wondering, how come I'm just attacking with the black mage? Well, your skills, you don't have mana. You get skills, and the amount of times you can use the skill. Or skill points, I guess, or whatever. You cannot just keep using your skills. They run out. So, I'm holding on to my skills for when I'm ready to actually use them. The boss battle? There we go, the boss battle. Round 3 of 3. That is one ugly fucking antlion. Oh, I used prayer. Well, we didn't need that. Thunder! Now, when you cast a spell, it takes time to actually cast the spell, which is really annoying. Ow! That motherfucker hit me. Titus does the delay attack. That didn't do much damage. Attack! Blizzard. See what that does. So you see how my black mage actually has to take time to actually cast, which is kind of hilarious, but whatever. Judgment Grimoire! So here's another limit break. And giant sword falls out of the sky. Badoosh! That only did 154 damage. Lame! Cast a dark bolt. Cast a dark bolt. Double jump. Oh yeah, it's okay. Do it, do it, do it! Yeah! Dark bolt. Yo, asshole! And then all of a sudden, double jump. That dragoon power right there. Really? He's not dead yet? Jeez! Die already! Oh, what was that? Oh, he died! Yay! And that's that. That's how you take out a boss. Boom! Champion! Exploit the Antonin's ice. Okay. So you get a brief synopsis of everything that you fought, blah blah. Level up. That's all I got. Then you get battle results. Dungeon completed. Of course, completing a dungeon, you unlock better versions of the dungeon. I have yet to do the elite ones because they're like, they say difficulty 15. I don't know what that means, so I'm not going to bother with that. And then of course, for completing everything, you get a Mithril for doing it for the first time. Sweet. Got even more stamina. Awesome. Mastery, all this stuff. Bonuses. Yay! The storyline is pretty interesting. It's pretty cool. It's an interesting game. And then of course you get a brief story of what happened in that game. Final Fantasy IV. So fending off the attack of a normally docile antlion, Cecil and his allies obtained the Sand Pearl, which they used to cure Rosa of desert fever. Once she has recovered, she tells them of the Red Wings commander, Golbez, who was responsible for the attack on Demacian. She reveals that he now manipulates the King of Balan in a plan to seize the crystals. And yeah, that's, you know, you get to relive the story and all that. And the more and more you do it, the more and more you unlock. This is Final Fantasy V. I'm gonna do that one next, later. And you can hear when you go into it, it changes the music to that game's specific music. Yuna's theme song. I need to unlock more of that. I want to do more of Final Fantasy X. Final Fantasy VII. No, that's 5. It's so kind of hard to get to the one you want to do. There you go. Alright, cool. Final Fantasy VII. the normal standard. Fuck, what was the name of the town? Anyway, the Mako reactor music, I guess is the way I'm gonna say it. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's got a lot of stuff to it. Menu, you can go through and read all your characters and get their character profiles and their stories, and find out all about them. And it's kind of cool because, you know, these characters were in much more highly detailed graphics before, and then they just transform him into the little 8-bit character, which is kind of cool. Anyway, that's Final Fantasy Record Keeper. It is absolutely freaking awesome. I will say I am freaking hella enjoying it. It is definitely fun. It has a little bit of getting used to kind of thing. Not that. Also, there's achievements if you are into it. You log in with your Google Play account, and it'll keep track of stuff that you do and unlock achievements along the way. Anyway, that's Final Fantasy Record Keeper. If you guys want to get it, it is in the Play Store as well as the, what's that, Apple Store or whatever. App Store, that's the one Apple calls it. And yeah, you can get it there as well. It's being developed by the company DNA, D-E-N-A. They are going to be responsible for taking Nintendo games, or old Nintendo games, or they have access to Nintendo's IPs, basically, and they are going to start creating games for mobile platform, iOS and Android. So all of you are able and really... I didn't hear anything about Windows phones, I'm sorry. And you know, if you got a BlackBerry. I'm glad you got a keyboard. Anyway, yeah, you can definitely check them out. They're going to be doing a lot of cool stuff coming up in the future. DNA. Let me take a look here at their list of available games that they've already done. And they seem to have a pretty good set of games. It's actually pretty cool. Let's bring this back up here. We are going to get this one. Let's move this up. So, they have a pretty cool set of games so far. I mean, they look like standard mobile games. They even have a Star Wars game, apparently. But, you know, standard style mobile games that involve cleavage to grab attention of people. But they got some IPs, Transformers, Star Wars again, and some other stuff. But right now they got Square Enix on their side for this Final Fantasy game, so I give them props. It's good. It's actually really, really good. So if you want to get the game, go ahead and order it. Get it yourself, and get yourself in there, alright? Peace out. Okay then, bye-bye. I'm out of here. I like go sleep. It's almost 1 a.m. Okay, bye!